Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome back everyone, welcome back to our vlog where we're taking our journey from UK to Punjab, how we're settling in here and trying to strive for our core purpose. Now this time of year is quite special to the people of this area, and here's why. So just imagine you saw a young girl at the age of 4 sitting cross-legged, mouth shut, eyes shut, and all of a sudden all you could hear from her from meters away, hundreds of meters away, was Gurbani or Sikh prayers being emanating from her body. A young girl age 4. Well, this is exactly what happened in this village when a young child called Biba Nihal Gorji took birth in 1922, and we're here at the Janmastan, or the place where she was born and where she lived all her life. So it's said that when Bibaji was only 2 years old, her mother, Mata Nanda Gorji, took her to the great saint that nobody doubts, they were the greatest saint of the century, Sant Attar Singh Ji from Mastwana Sahib. So she was taken to Sant Attar Singh Ji as a child, who then inquired who this child was. And when Mata Nanda Gorji told her name, Nihal, which means like blessed or really optimistic, you can't really confine it in English, it's such an amazing word in Punjabi, but what Sant Attar Singh Ji replied was, in 100 years from now, the whole world will say Nihal, 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 like blessed, blessed, blessed. And that's such a massive prophecy. So that was in 1924 and it's 2020 now, literally 4 years left. So behind me here is a very special surprise. It's the place where Bibaji was born, but the saints are dedicating it as a spot for people to reflect. It's a beautiful garden that's going to be made here, all in memory of Bibaji, but for the upliftment for locals, because as you've seen in my other vlogs, there's not much natural beauty here, so they're trying a lot to increase people's morale so they can get up and get out and feel good about themselves. So this is that beautiful spot where Bibaji was born. Her house was actually here before, but it's being turned into a beautiful garden which is still in process, all ready to uplift the locals and give us a nice place to meditate and reflect.
So what is a saint in Sikh philosophy? A saint is someone who always thinks about doing good for others, puts everyone else first, and also exhorts people to do seva or service of mankind and be as compassionate as they are. Second quality of saints is that they will always remember the name of God or exhort people to remember the name of God as well. So the concept of seva and simran, serving others and also doing simran, meditating on God, is central to the life of a saint. Saints also have an exceptional way of being. They will do exceptional things, say exceptional things, and make others do that as well.
So I don't know if you remember, just a couple of vlogs ago I showed you inside the house that Bibaji lived in for 17 years after her Janmastan, which is directly opposite. And even when she was about 11 years old, one time the locals over here, they were talking about going to Hazur Sahib, which is hundreds of miles down south of India. It takes days to get there, and that's a really special place for Sikhs again. Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guru, left their physical body there, so Sikhs like to visit that place and get blessings. And Bibaji was only around 11 years old when she heard the locals speaking about Hazur Sahib, and with her great spiritual prowess, her great spiritual capacity, she turned around to the locals and said that the bhog, which is the Kara Prashad Deg, which is often given at the end of like prayers being recited or a divan that's been held, it's a very sweet kind of pudding. She said over there down south of India, they've just been blessed that prashad. And what she did here in Punjab, 100 miles up north, she opened the palms of her hands and she opened them with fresh, hot prashad ready to give and distribute to the Sangat. And we've met people who have taken the prashad from this. They saw this growing up. So this village is full of fascinating stories about Bibaji as growing up. And imagine if we saw this with our own eyes, how would we feel? I mean, there's no doubt we'd have faith or Shraddha in saints. So we're back at the Gurdwara. This is where Bibaji decided to leave their physical body, and they also left us with some really beautiful words. So Bibaji explains here some really beautiful bhajan, some life guidance about how to conduct our lives and what can really help us. So the first one is to always show respect to the universal Guru, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and try your best to uphold that respect at all times and as much as possible. The second one is that try your best to always meditate. This is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's advice as the first Guru, to work hard and honestly and share your earnings and anything that you have as well. Try and earn that, those bhajans, those words that Guru Nanak Dev Ji said. Also remember that when you take Amrit or become a baptized Sikh, that try and practice as much as you can first, and then after practicing it, because it's such a beautiful gift from God. Habits form such a big part of our daily makeup and our whole life makeup, that you want to change your habits and practice something good first and then take the full benefit of it. Number 4 was also to the Khalsa Panth, to remember the mother of the Khalsa, Mata Sahib Kaur. Always remember and respect that feminine element inside us as well, and have pure faith 110% that Guru Gobind Singh Ji is always with us at every moment and every place. And just the last bit of guidance from Bibaji was that it doesn't matter how small, even if it's the size of a pin, or how big, even if it's the size of an elephant, never slander anything, because everything is a gift from God. Never slander anything and never slander anyone, but instead, as much as you can, spend time in prayer or serving saints and the Sangat. There's some really old pictures of Biba Nihal Kaur Ji. She was very rarely photographed and often hidden. She would often be hidden away from the main stage. She liked to stay to herself. And obviously, like I mentioned before, there was Sant Atta Singh Ji's bhajan, that's Biba Ji on the right with her hands together in a later age. And then there's Biba Ji blessing someone on their wedding day, which she did. She uplifted so many locals, blessed them with jobs, made a road, waterworks, and the elder saint here, Baba Gurbakh Singh Ji, she arranged their marriage and got them educated to get them a better job. I don't know if you can see up there, that is Biba Nihal Kaur Ji's last darshan, the final darshan of when she left her body here at the Gurdwara Sahib on the 2nd of March 1990, her Antam Sanskar, or the funeral rites that took place here. So as I mentioned earlier, this Barsi is the 30th Barsi of Biba Nihal Kaur Ji, and if you haven't guessed by now, Biba Nihal Kaur Ji Gurdwara Seve Wala Sahib in Punjab is all about uplifting not only females but children and other sections, poorer sections of society. So this program, the 30th Barsi, is especially for children to take the center stage and share with us their skills, their kirtan, their katha, whatever they've got. This was a wish that Bibaji had. The 30th death anniversary or Barsi of this female saint Biba Nihal Kaur Ji, which is starting this Friday to the 2nd of March.